Welcome back to the Cricket Draft Nightwatchman, Game Week 6, Day 4, and what an incredible day of cricket we have had. Close finishes, incredible chases, big double hundreds in the only draw that we've seen, a man cementing himself back into that England squad, and just an all-round really good day of cricket. Like, even the games that you thought were just going to kind of peter out and be quite easy to do had its moment. Starting off with Warwickshire versus Yorkshire. No surprises in this one. Warwickshire needed 5 wickets to wrap up the day and the game, and they did that relatively easy. Dom Best fought back a little bit with a 39 not out, but it's Ethan Bamber 4 for 50 from his 19 overs. Scored himself 215 points in the process. Made it look easy. Ollie Hammond-Dolby with 3 for 33 as well. He picked up a 4 in the first innings. Jordan Thompson 2 for 31, and it was just easy. Like, I thought Yorkshire would put up a bit more of a fight, but this Warwickshire side looks really good. Like, this is the Warwickshire side that I picked to win the whole thing. And they performed superbly this week. There was a lot of people calling for Ben Duckett's place in the England squad after the obviously horrible Ashes that he had. Well, this should keep him quiet for a bit longer. 203 against Surrey, a side that you would imagine is going to be challenging Notts for the title at the end of the year, and he has put them to the sword. 203 of 311 deliveries, played within himself, like didn't go out too aggressive, didn't play too many stupid shots, and he scores 390 points for doing it. Like, such a good knock from such a good quality player. I mean, we never expected this game to kind of go any further than a draw. Like, there was just too much time had passed in the game for what was left. Surrey decided to give everyone a bowl in a bit of declaration bowling towards the end. Interestingly, they didn't use Jamie Smith. They're not worried about getting any more keeper bowling injuries, which I guess is understandable. But Notts finished the day 414 for 4. They shake hands on a draw. It was always going to be, I mean, a pretty good result to Surrey. Going to Notts and not losing would be good for them, but Ben Duckett was by far the star of the show today. I said in yesterday's video that Somerset would probably win this game. Well, how wrong I was. I did not expect to see the greatest ever Nightwatchman innings that we have seen. I'm sorry, Jack Leach, you were on the wrong end of a fantastic Nightwatchman innings. Ryan Hadley, 50 from 231 deliveries to win his side the game. An incredible partnership between Ryan Hadley and Sean Dixon. Sean Dixon obviously doing it against his old side as well, and they just didn't know what to do. Glamorgan chased down 283, and yeah, there's a bit of a wobble towards the end. You're a little bit worried. 285 for 8. They end up doing it. Miguel Pretorius picking up 4 for 74, but Sean Dixon's 76 scores him 128 points this week, and that partnership of 110 gets them over the line, and it's a really good knock. And Glamorgan beat a decent Somerset side, and Somerset, you just didn't do enough in that second innings of yours. That Tom Abel 71 of a total score of 157 just wasn't good enough. And we see this how many times with Somerset? They'll get themselves into a dominant position and then just kind of throw it away. It's very similar to what Lancashire seem to keep doing to themselves as well. Leicestershire really needed to fight today, and they just couldn't hold on. Ollie Robinson was just too good for him. 3 for 46 he ends up with. He's had a pretty good run in the county championship so far, and that kind of talk of him going back into the England squad does seem to be doing him some favours. 258 points he picks up this game week, and it's a very good return. Like, kind of feels like he's a must-have in the cricket draft at the moment, because he just seems to be churning out points. Sussex chased down the measly 131 that they need to with ease. Ibrahim with 48 top scoring, Tom Clark with 39. This was slightly higher until Dan Hughes got angry at himself, hit the bat on the floor, and they got a 5-point run deduction. That was interesting. Haven't seen that before. It was quite amusing to see, I have to admit. But Sussex do it with ease, make it 3 wins. After their point deduction and the financial turmoil that the club was in, I didn't really see it happening, but they've looked really good at the start of the year. That's why I didn't pick them to go down, because I just thought they've still got the players. They might not have them next year, but they've certainly got them this year. Northants needed a miracle and didn't quite get it in the end. They got close. They weren't a million miles away from saving a draw, but McSweeney with 62, George Bartlett with 65. I mean, just trying to eat up deliveries. Even George Scrimshaw at number 11 faces 55 deliveries. But it's Zach Chappell in the end. 4 for 53 he takes, scoring himself 232 points this week. And Derbyshire should be really happy with their result. Like, it's been incredibly flat at Derby, but Northants just showed that they couldn't bat on it. I mean, Derbyshire really bowled well in both of the innings, and with the exception of a Calvin Harrison ton in the first innings, Northants would just come so far off the pace. And finally to Kent, another side that had a little bit of a wobble. Kent chasing down 261. Managed to do it with 2 wickets in hand. Is Tawanda Mieye. After his 90 in the first innings, he scores 108 off 129, a strike rate of 83, giving him bonus points. 351 points he scores this week, and he's still relatively low owned. He's still relatively cheap and looks like a really, really good option. Gloucestershire did their best. 4 for 87 from Gabe Bell, 3 for 67 from Will Williams, but just runs from that middle order, churning out a result for Kent. And yeah, there was a bit of a wobble at the end, but it was a result that they desperately needed against 2 sides who started the season pretty slowly. But Kent now find themselves up into 5th and are looking pretty good for it. But that's going to be it for today's video. I very much hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, please remember to subscribe. Tell us who your highest point scorer was this week. Did you have a Ben Duckett? I was looking through some of the teams. Someone captained Ben Duckett. Like, come on. Who's doing that? Like, pick an all-rounder. It's like 750 points he scored. Utterly ridiculous. Really was. Ryan Higgins was obviously my highest point scorer. The one that I'll rue is not James Rue, but I went Ben Stokes instead of Ben Rain, and Ben Rain just scored a shed load of points. I would have climbed probably 1,000 places, if not more, if I would have made that change. So a little bit upset by that, but a pretty good week for me. I'm hoping for better in that last block of games before we go into the blast.